What's up, guys, and welcome back to my reading journey. Hope you're all doing absolutely fantastic. And today, as usual, we're going to continue the book by Cicero on the ideal orator. And we're about to finish with the first book, and the second book is coming. So let's get started with the final part, with the 85th part of the first book. So let's get started. When Antonius had finished speaking, it was clear that Sulpicius and Cotta were in doubt as to whose arguments seemed to come closer to the truth. Then Crassus remarked, "Antonius, you make our orator into some sort of labor. I'm not so sure you don't really feel otherwise, and are simply showing us that amazing penchant you have for refutation in which no one has even ever been better than you. The exercise of this faculty certainly belongs to the orators, but these days it is regularly practiced by the philosophers, particularly by those who always argue with great fullness each side of every subject put before them. But I thought, especially before my present audience, that I shouldn't merely give a picture of what a man could be like who lives among the court benches and who brings with him nothing more than what the necessities of his cases demand. Rather, I had my eye on something greater when I expressed my view that the orator, especially in our state, ought to possess every possible distinction. But you, since you have confined all of the orator's tasks within quite narrow limits, will the more easily give us answers to the questions that were put to you about the duties and the rules for the orator. But that, I think, we'll have to wait till tomorrow. We have already said enough today. Scaevola, since he has arranged to go off to his villa here in Tusculum, will now want to take a little rest until it cools down. And considering the time of day, we should also think of our health." Everyone agreed that this was a good idea. Then Scaevola said, "I really wish that I hadn't arranged to join Aelius at my villa today. It would be a great pleasure to hear what Antonius has to say." Then smiling as he rose, he added, For I was less annoyed with him for pulling our civil law to pieces than I was pleased with him for confessing to know nothing about it. Alright, guys, we've done with the first book, and I'm absolutely sure that we're going to continue with the next one tomorrow. So thank you for joining in this reading session. See you tomorrow. Bye.